Hello everyone. In today's Cenozoic profile remake, we're going to be doing is of a marsupial that has a diet of eating only eucalyptus leaves. No, I'm not talking about a modern koala. We're talking about the extinct relative of the koala. And that is meet Phascolarctos Stirtoni, or known as the giant koala, is an extinct arboreal marsupial which existed in Australia during the Pleistocene epoch. Although considered part of the Australian megafauna, its body mass excludes it from most formal definition of megafauna. It is better described as a more robust koala rather than a giant. In contrast, a number of Australian megafauna such as Diprotodon and Procoptodon were undisputed giants, even if not compared to their closest relatives. A description of this species was published by Allen in 1968, based on a partial maxilla with remains of the teeth that were uncovered at the Clement Mills limestone quarry near Gore, Queensland. The material was determined to have occurred at the Pleistocene horizon of the site. The authors assigned the species to the genus of extant koala as Phascolarctos Stirtoni. The giant koala was an arboreal marsupial weighing about 13 kilograms, a little more than the modern koalas. It is the largest known tree-dwelling marsupial ever to have lived. Scientists said that there is clear similarities between the physical appearance of P. stirtoni and the modern koala. It is assumed that the giant koala was a folivore, which was specialized to feed on eucalyptus leaves like the extant relatives. Well, the giant koala occupied a similar ecological niche to the modern koala, inhabiting eucalypt woodlands and forests. The two koala species coexisted during the Pleistocene, occupying the same arboreal niche. The reason for the extinction of the larger of the two about 50,000 years ago is unknown, although there are various hypotheses for their extinction. Although they have to watch out for predators that lived alongside it, because in a modern time, koalas rarely go on the ground, but they commonly are found on the ground walking to trees. But they have to watch out for predators, and a giant koala has to watch out for like Thalacaleo, Quincana, Megalania, and it'll have to watch out for birds of prey as well, and even a Wanambi. Fossil remains of Phascolarctos Stirtoni has been discovered in a Lake Lake Ari, and the lake Tarcurolo basins in South Australia. It was once thought that the modern day koala was descended from the giant koala, but this has now been determined to be incorrect. Gilbert of the University of Queensland used improved dating techniques to analyze fossils of both type of koala to found that the two species were living together in the same arboreal niche. It is unclear from what koala descend and why one species survived while the other became extinct. It is hypothesized that the change in climate and a restriction of food supply caused the giant koala extinction. Another possible reason is hunting by humans, particularly larger animals like the giant koala. The dwarfing hypothesis based on these similarities of the two koalas have been used to support both ideas. And this one's not very well known and not doesn't have much appearance in documentaries or video games or anything. Because why did he always exclude other animals that want to appear in the documentary or something? I mean, seriously, why did he always exclude other animals? Anyways, like and subscribe, and see you later, guys.